Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cory Turner Talks Cars. And just recently, the most famous movie car of all time just sold at auction. Now, when you think of movie cars, of course, there's a lot that probably come to mind. And of course, that's going to depend upon how old you are and what kind of movies you watched. You know, you may be thinking about the amazing Pontiac Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit. You might be thinking of the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Love the DeLorean. But there's one car that just always seems to stand out. And to me, it's almost the original. And that would be the 1968 Ford Mustang GT from Bullitt. Now, what makes that car, what makes the Bullitt Mustang so special? For one, well, Steve McQueen. I mean, I'm sorry, anything around Steve McQueen, the cool factor goes way up. If you've never seen Bullitt, if you haven't seen Steve McQueen, well, stop right there. You got to check out Bullitt. You got to watch that movie and see how cool Steve McQueen is. In fact, we probably need to review it here on the show. We will probably do that. But for right now, we're going to talk about the fact that the original 1968 Ford Mustang GT, the Bullitt Mustang, went on sale at the Mecum auction. And according to reports, there was about 25,000 people at this auction. Now, I don't know how many were actually in the auditorium, but I'm going to put the link to the video here in the description. But this was just an absolutely amazing event. Okay, so when they announced that the Bullitt Mustang is coming out and the car starts to come onto the showroom floor, it's being driven by its owner, Sean. Sorry, hey, say hi to everybody. Dwight's with me today. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Sean Kiernan, I believe that was his name, drives the Mustang out, and they announce it. And, you know, you kind of expect the crowd to go crazy. Now, first of all, they all stand to their feet. It's like the first time I've ever seen that. Everybody stands to their feet, and you just expect this roar of applause. Now, you hear everybody, you know, screaming and like that, but there's not much applause, and you're like, why in the world is there not a ton of applause? Well, as the video kind of pushes in, it's because everybody's holding up their phone to record the Bullitt Mustang. And of course, that's kind of our, you know, that's the way society is now, right? We want to film everything. If I was there, I would have been filming everything too, because I'd have been wanting to share it with you. So it was just an iconic image of the car driving out onto the stage. Everybody just cramming around the car. They got security there. They're trying to do the ropes to keep everybody back. Everybody has their phones in the air. Everybody's taking pictures. It's just, I don't know, it was just absolutely amazing. So, of course, the car sounds so cool. And, of course, you know the Bullitt Mustang, this is not like this pristine, like glossy, like what you think of a movie car, right? This car has some character, has some dents and some scratches and some paint issues on it. And that's what makes it so cool, right? So it rolls out there right onto the stage. It's ready to go. Sean Kiernan, the owner, he gets out of the car and he walks up and he takes the microphone and he talks about how his family, this has been in his family for 45 years. And his whole family is there. His mom, his dad, his wife, his kid, his daughter. And everybody is there to celebrate this moment. And I've got to imagine it's got to be such a weird emotion, because you've had this iconic car for 45 years in the family. And here you are getting ready to make a lot of money. Let's be honest. You probably already know how much this thing goes for, but you're getting ready to make a lot of money. You're getting ready to hand it over to somebody else, another family that hopefully is going to get to enjoy it like you did. But it's also a little bit of a loss, right? You've had something very special in your family. But he makes a great announcement, and he talks about the fact that it's been with his family for 45 years. And this car has only ever sold twice, okay? So it's only sold twice, and each time it sold for $3,500. You got to remember 1968, right? So it sold for $3,500 each time. So he puts this car up for auction with no reserve, and he starts the bidding at $3,500, which I think is absolutely great. So, of course, the bidding starts, and it's a frenzy at first, and it jumps past $1 million, $1.5 million, goes past $2 million. It gets to about $2.6 million, and it sits there for just a little bit, and it kind of, I knew it wasn't going to stay there. I knew it wasn't going to totally stop at 2.6 million, but it had a little bit of a lull. They had some bidders that are there on the showroom floor, but they also had, I think, 2 or 3 bidders that were by phone, and so it's going back and forth. And of course, the auctioneer, he is of course one of those super talented. I love the way they do it. Mecum does a great job, and he is of course getting the crowd going. And he stops at one point and he says, 50 years from now, you're going to look back at your life and say, "Did I bite the bullet?" Which I thought was pretty classic. That was a great line. And of course, it goes on. Now the bidding starts up again, and now we go past 3 million, and we get to 3.1, and we get to 3.2, and it's clawing its way up, and the car ends up selling. Are you ready? For $3.4 million. $3.4 million for the original 1968 Ford Mustang, the Bullitt Mustang. Which is, by the time you do processing and fees, I believe that probably is about 3.74, somewhere in there. So a little over $3.7 million is what the car actually went for by the time you take all the fees and everything into it. But on the auction block, it went for $3.4 million. This makes the Bullitt Mustang the most valuable Mustang of all time. It's the most valuable Mustang in the world. And I love it because it's not this pristine and perfect and shiny. I mean, it still looks beat up. It still has got the rust. It's still got the damage. It's got the dings, all of that. Which, I mean, it's like it just rolled right off of the movie set. In fact, you can almost just see, McQueen in it, still driving it. It's just absolutely crazy. So if you want to take a look at the entire auction video, I put the link in the description. You have to check it out. It absolutely is amazing. Love seeing cars like that go for such amazing amounts of money. Super, super cool. So remember to like, comment, and share. Tell me what you thought about it. If you watched the video, if you watched the auction, what did you think about that? What do you think about it going for $3.4 million? Should it have gone for more? I don't know, right? Remember to like, comment, share. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's talk about cars tomorrow.